matches for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Man, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. This webcam is still blurry. A few days left. It's Thursday, so Tuesday night I should be back on a main camera, everything like that. You know what I mean? Should be reunited with my charger, so I'm looking forward to that because the webcam is starting to bother me. And people were complaining about it. Like the first time a lot of people saw my videos, they were like, too much headroom with just the camera. And I'm like, I have to read the thing. But yeah, I'm excited to go back to the camera, or at least momentarily, whatever the case might be. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you enjoyed Game 6. If you watched Game 6, OKC versus Denver, it was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. Denver pulled away in the fourth quarter, but the first three quarters was good competitive basketball. And for the past 5 games, OKC usually made it a game in the fourth quarter at least. That was not the case tonight. And so we will have a Game 7. It might be the only Game 7. And we'll see if New York can close the deal tomorrow night in MSG. But until then, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that we want to start off with, you guys saw the title. We're going to go with the WNBA Power Rankings. The season starts tomorrow night. Whenever this is uploaded, I guess this will be uploaded, still on Thursday. So it'll be, it'll be technically Friday on the East Coast when it's uploaded. So today, welcome, WNBA opening day. Yay! WNBA opening day. Hold on, man. I'm trying to find this. Okay, I gotta go to this link. All right, bet. I'll go ESPN then WNBA. Okay, so this is from multiple contributors. Number 1 is the New York Liberty. They got New York number 1 after winning the championship. Respectable. Okay. Number 2, they got Minnesota. Okay, respectable. They were in the finals last year. Kayla McBride's missing the first game of the season. She's missing the season opener, and she was missing during the preseason. And Cheryl Reeve wouldn't say what was going on. She just said it was personal. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Number 3, Las Vegas Aces. Okay, this is the first kind of like real pick here. So I'm like, okay, all right. So they got the Aces, the first ones outside of last year's finals finalists. Number 4, the Indiana Fever. I'm not mad at that at all. Man, see, I'm getting my words jumbled up. I'm in my head now. Let me woosah. But yes, Indiana Fever number 4. Adding DB, Tasha Howard, and Sophie Cunningham already to the group that they had. Just a pretty good, kind of surrounding group, supporting cast. Number 5, the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream, number 5. Oh, okay. I think I had the Dream 6. They got the Dream number 5, and they showing them some love. Okay, when we last saw them, the Dream, the number 8 seeded, the 2024 WNBA playoffs were swept 2-0 by eventual champion New York. It was the second consecutive loss in the first round for Atlanta, which fired coach Tanisha Wright after 3 seasons. Carl Semesco, longtime coach at Florida Gulf Coast, is now in his first season in the WNBA. They added veteran Bulls players BG, Brittany Griner, and Brianna Jones. In free agency, the Dream hoped they made their defense better. Atlanta ranked 6th in the defensive rating last year, which is what helped the Dream get into the playoffs despite having the league's first offense. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Okay. Big concern, their top playmaking guard, Jordan Canada, was injured and limited to 20 games in 2024. She was also out at the start of this season with an injury. Point guard by committee might be the Dream's plan for a while. And they only have 11 players. They only have 11 players on the roster. So that's something too. Number 6, the Seattle Storm. Okay, so they got Atlanta over Seattle. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I think Seattle's going to be good, but I think them disappointing last year is like what makes people hesitant to be like, oh, yeah. Phoenix, number 7. Oh, I'm surprised Phoenix is kind of a bit lower, but I guess it's all on Satu's like health, right? Excuse me. I guess it's on Satu's health because that's a good team. I don't know a better three. I don't know a better three than in the league right now. I mean, outside of the big three teams. I don't know a better three in the league outside of the big three than Ka, AT, and Satu. And then you have Tasha Cloud too. I'm saying, oh wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. I was just skimming, and I was like, Tasha Cloud's with their girl up there in New York. But yeah, that called Copper, Lissa Thomas, and Satu Sabli. I don't know a better three outside of the big three franchises in the W. Let me see. Number 8, the Dallas Wings. So they have Los Angeles out of the playoffs right now. Excuse me, by the way. Yeah, they got Dallas number 8. I guess because they just replaced their entire team. They got Paige Beckers here. We'll see. Caitlin, obviously. Oh, they got Chicago out of the playoffs. Ooh, this is spicy. Chicago out of the playoffs. They don't believe in Angel. They don't believe in point forward Angel. I was watching a practice clip from today during the scrimmage, and Angel was running point forward again. Like, obviously, something that she did throughout high school. And, I think Mulkey had her running it sometimes eventually at LSU, but she was mostly post. Rookie season, post. So now to see her, Tyler Marsh, like, put her in that point forward role, and then her even saying, like, yes, rebounds are important. They how you win a game. I could do so much more than that, and I'm ready to show my full arsenal. It'd be interesting. Losing Kennedy Carter, like they said, might hurt. I'm not going to lie to you. It might just hurt. But they got Ariel Atkins, one of those vet wings that could score. We'll see. Let's see what happens. But them missing the playoffs is crazy. The Sparks missing the playoffs too is kind of crazy. I feel like the Sparks might be a little more competitive this year because Rakia Jackson's a year older. Cameron Brink is back from injury. And, now you got KP in the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, got to update that. They got Ari McDonald here. Hey, salute to Ari McDonald. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors. I hope somebody picks you back up. Atlanta might bring you back. Who knows, man? Them jokers need a point guard. They only have 11 players. It's going to feel weird, man, going back to the city and not seeing Haley Jones. Like, that's going to be weird, bro. Like, when Ryan Howard posted her picture with Haley Jones and kind of gave her like her goodbye note, it hit me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it really hit me because Haley been on the team the last couple of years. Like, she went from someone who I was excited about the dream drafting to just a straight up dream player, like how it was with Nas. I was excited that Nas fell to the dream, but after a while, like, it was no longer Nas is new to the city. Nas is this, Nas is that. Like, Nas was really a dream player. She one of the veteran dream players now. And so is Ryan. Of how Ryan came in as a youngin, first interview in the city, you know what I mean? And to see like her now, she like comfortable in the city. She probably knows more little drinkers of the city than I might know, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's gonna be difficult to like, I don't know, accept that. Regardless of play on the floor, it's like personal stuff, sentimental things, but it's a business. But the people, it's difficult not to get, I wouldn't say attached. I don't think that's the word, but like used to. Like, you used to seeing this person here. Like, if you go to a game, right, and every time you walk past a certain rope, you see the same usher. And it gets to the point where the usher start fist bumping you, saying what's up. And then it's like a routine. Every time you go to the game, you walk past that usher, you, what's up? What's up, baby? Like, it becomes a thing. And then one year, that usher got a new job, and they're no longer there at that corner of it's just going to feel weird. It's just going to feel weird for a little bit. And I think it's like the same thing with this. I'm truly grateful for the bond that we built. It started way back but these past 2 years only made it stronger. I know I don't tell you enough, but I love you and I'm proud of you. This is big coming from Ryan, bro. Like, if y'all don't know, she don't really emote a lot. You know what I'm saying? She shows that she supports and she loves and what she cares about by showing up. Like, she'll show up to the Vibe game. She'll show up to, another game in Atlanta and stuff like that. But she don't really show too much emotion on the outside, for real, at least to the public. So to see Ryan say this, like, that means a lot, bro. That means a lot for sure. But I love you and I'm proud of you. You always have a big sister in me. Just don't forget about me when it's time to bake. And Haley just got her house. Haley just got a house. I know, who else was it? Haley just got a house. It was up in Connecticut. Up in Diamond the Shields. Yeah, this was crazy from Gucci Mane, whatever his name is. Yeah, this was insane, bro. You out of pocket. Like, I don't know what possessed you to respond something like that to somebody talking about they leaving and stuff. But yeah. I don't even know where I was going. I got lost. But yeah. Diamond the Shields. She was talking about moving. She said, the team only gives you 3 boxes, and I need to move my stuff back down to Atlanta. Like, I got to drive back down to Atlanta, but there's no U-Hauls to rent out right now, so I'm kind of just stuck. I don't know what to do. She said that Cheyenne Sellers made a TikTok of her being like, you about to get married, you don't have an apartment, and you don't have a job, and the NIL money checks stopped coming in, so you just kind of like gotta run off vibes. Harmony Turner had a funny thing where she was like, when you back at school, then everybody made a big deal about you getting drafted, but you already back in school 2 weeks later because you got cut. It's just people making like kind of light of serious situations, laugh through the pain and everything like that. Definitely the most important year in WNBA history before this CBA, to show that you guys are worth the money and make the money, to expand the rosters to 15. And then in addition to obviously more teams, but expanding the rosters to 15, affording 15 players with each salary cap. Because like I said, the Dream only have 11 players. They cut Haley, but she would have been player number 12. So it's just stuff like that I'll be looking at. But anyways, let me go back to this. Ari McDonald, best of luck to her. Z, as always, De'Erica Hamby, that's home team. Marietta. Mayweather, we bat it. Mob Tiny. So yeah. Connecticut Sunday got them. I'm surprised they don't have them dead last. So they got Golden State last? I guess so. They got watch. Oh, it's 13 teams now. I'm tweaking. They got Connecticut kind of high. I have Connecticut last, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have Connecticut last, Golden State second to last. Move up Washington. I'll move up. Who else I'll move up? Now moving them down. So I guess Golden State. I think LA can go up too. And I think Chicago can be a playoff team this year. If I had to put my money on it, bro, and I don't bet because like I'll be bad at it, I put the Sparks. No, not the Sparks. I put the Sky at 8, bro. I put them in the playoffs. I put the Dream at 6. I'll move Seattle up to 5. And I do it like that. No, scratch that. Why I say Seattle at 5? I'm putting Phoenix at 5, Atlanta at 6, Seattle at 7, Chicago at 8, Dallas number 9, LA 10, 11 Washington, 12 Golden State, and 13 Connecticut. That's what I have. Let me see what WNBA.com said. All right, so they got the Liberty one. Okay, expected. Minnesota number 2, expected. Number 3. Okay, so they also have them at 3. Vegas at 3. They got Seattle at 4. People are high on Seattle, man. 5, they got Indiana. That's kind of crazy. Seattle over Indiana. 6, they got the Mercury. I agree with that. Same space. 7, Atlanta Dream. I agree with that ballpark. 7. Number 8, the Chicago Sky. See? WNBA, bro. WNBA. Number 9, they got Dallas. That's where I got it. 10, they got the Sparks. That's where I have them. 11, they got the Mystics. I think I got the Mystics. Dang, is this my dog, Morgan Johnson, man? They cut my dog, Morgan Johnson, too, man. Best of luck to Morgan. I tried to get her on the channel. I was like, you talk about Haley? She was like, I'm focused on my own career. I said, okay, I bet. I respect it. Tina Charles, Connecticut, and then they got Golden State 13. They cut her, didn't they? This was their leading scorer in the preseason. They cut her. I seen someone say, y'all don't know nothing about sports. It's all about contract. It ain't about who had the best preseason. So why play the preseason games? People just be saying stupid stuff for real, bro. We really be saying stupid stuff. Like, I know basketball. Y'all don't know basketball. Okay. So why you think at the end of games, in the second half of preseason games, they only play 5 backups that's coming off the bench? Why do you think that, sir? They doing it for the cardio? They doing it to protect the starters solely from protecting their starters from injury? Come on, man. Let's be serious. Let's go NBC Sports. Since the NBA coming back to NBC, let's look at NBC Sports. Shout out to Natalie Esquire. I like her Twitter. Let me see where we at. New York number 1, okay. Minnesota number 2, okay. 3, Vegas. Let me guess. Vegas. People are high on Vegas, man. Vegas number 3. 4, Indiana. That's why I have them. 5, Phoenix. That's why I have them. 6, Atlanta. That's why I have them. 7. Oh, we already did Phoenix, right? 7, Seattle. Seattle 7. Yes, ma'am. Hey, great minds, Natalie. Number 8, Chicago. Yes, ma'am. Number 9, Dallas Wings. No, the Sparks. Oh, we were vibing so well. What happened, twin? The Sparks, number 9. Okay. 10, Dallas. Dang. Wait, let me read this. Even though the regular season hasn't started, Dallas has already won because they hit the jackpot in the 2025 draft lottery and were able to select Paige Beckers with the number 1 pick. The Wings finished second to last in the standings last season. They should be a better team this year, but how much better is hard to determine this early. There have been a lot of changes in Dallas since the season ended. Kurt Miller joined the organization as the new executive VP and general manager. They hired Chris Colclains as their new coach. They also were active in the offseason. Their roster looks different compared to last year. Their face of the franchise, Enrique Gumawale, will be returning with some new teammates, most notably Dejanay Carrington, Ty Harris, and Melissa Smith. The Wings also have Z James and JJ Quinterly, while players like Tierra McCowan will be returning from last year's team with Enrique. It's hard to handle on just how much far the team will go in Paige Becker's rookie season. So number 10 for now, but there will be many Paige and Enrique highlights for us to look forward to. So then they got Connecticut, number 11. Okay. Then they got Washington, number 12. Okay. And they got Golden State, 13. I feel like people kind of like a bit high on I feel like they're a bit high on Connecticut. This is crazy. Golden State cut their 2 like top scorers in the preseason. That's still insane to me, bro. And they cut the rookies too. They cut Cheyenne, they cut Chin, and they had another rookie. They said they went 0 for 3 with rookies. But they cut all their rookies. Cut the top 2 scorers in the preseason. Like, what is y'all doing? Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna pull them up right now. Golden State Valkyries. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Excuse me. Oh, Sarah Ashley Barker also made a roster. Salute to Sarah Ashley Barker for making the team. Shout out to Sanaya Fagan for making the team. Shout out to Pow Pow, of course, for making the team. That was obvious. Shout out to Rhea Marshall for making the team. You know, we pay attention to the players who don't make the team, but let's shout out the players who, you know, saying do make the team as well. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure. Crazy done cut the girl that was scoring the most. Insane. Done got you a win and you commemorated it by cutting her. Dang, young homies. Keep y'all heads up. Better times are coming for sure. Trust, big trust. Who's this? Let me see the number. 28? 21? Yeah, she's off the team. She did not make the team. Anyways, next thing. W Natalie, I liked her list. She was like my favorite list. We're gonna do a reading test, man. So they said, like, Rashad, your reading is it's no excuse at your big age. And yeah, it is no excuse. Like, I would say the excuse would be like, it's 2 a.m., but I'm still old. You know what I mean? I'm still old. Let me see. You probably got the dream last, don't you, Rich? You just missed it. I literally just went through the. How do you miss every single time I finish talking about the dream on these streams? I just went over this. It's 22 minutes. I'm moving on to the next segment. It was 21 minutes of me talking about this. I got the dream at 6. Now, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through it just for you. I don't want to hear you say I'm a hater. I hate you, because I'm doing this just for you. I done talked about it for 21 minutes. I'm gonna do it just for you, real quick, because this is my rankings. Number 1, you got to go New York because they won. Number 2, got to go Minnesota. I don't even know to go with Minnesota, to be honest, bro. She said I did. I'm being funny. To be honest, I'll just go with respect. I'll just go with respect for the first 2. Let's just say them 2. All right, up top. Okay, number 3, I'm gonna go Vegas because everybody else saying Vegas. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being a follower right here. Number 4, Indiana. I got Indiana at 4. Number 5, I got Phoenix. I got Phoenix over the Dream. I just think that big 3 that they have, Satu, Kyle Copper, and Alyssa Thomas. I just think that trio is better than any big 3 outside of the big 3 franchises, of course. When you talk about Vegas, Minnesota doesn't really have a big 3. They just have a good team. And then, New York kind of has a big 3 too. So outside of them 3 teams, Phoenix has the best big 3 in the league. So I got them. That's the reason why I have them over Atlanta. She said all they got is a big 3, though. True. And Satu be getting hurt, but it's like, I don't know. I just kind of, I ain't gonna lie. It's just too much talent for me. Like, remember the Dream game last year when Kyle Copper just went stupid? She just went crazy in Phoenix. It's like, I think about stuff like that. Like, when players can do stuff like that, you kind of got to give them that edge, because if it's not Kyle's night, it's probably going to be AT's night. If it's not AT's night, it's going to be Satu's night. Now, Satu done had some nights in Dallas and it didn't matter. They still lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing you got to keep in mind as well. And like you said, they don't have much other depth, you know what I'm saying? Because Sophie Cunningham is in Indiana. Tasha Cloud is in New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of their players that were kind of their surrounding important supporting cast, they're all on different teams now. And you kind of stuck. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for real. But yeah, for right now, it's just like kind of like a thing of like, I don't know. Kyle Copper's just dirty to me, bro. Like, I just think she kind of takes him, give him that edge for real, for real. And then I got the Dream at 6. Because I do think Brittany Griner was a big get for them. I think BG still has some left in the tank, as she's shown in the preseason and in Unrivaled. She definitely has something left in the tank. And Bree Jones has shown that she can adapt to the 5 spread offense, hitting threes and things of that sort. So yeah. Definitely want to shout those two out. And that's why I have them there. That's why I have them there, because of those two. They're two main new players. Point guard is going to be something to look at because they don't have no point guards. They have Pow, and that's it. You know, like you said, like they might have Ryan bring the ball up and then start Shatori, and then have Shatori play the 2 with Ryan bringing the ball up into Pow checks. That's not enough. That's not a good option. It goes back to cutting Haley Jones. I was about to say Haley Williams. It's just crazy. Kai's good, but she's already hurt now. She has a bad back. If Kai's already hurt, you already know how it is with AT. AT already dealing with her situations, and Satu get hurts every year. So I mean, you know what I mean. So it's definitely gonna be something, but I don't know. Atlanta is just like, I'll always have high hopes for them every single year. It's like we already went back and forth about this on another video. Every year I have high hopes about it because they look good on paper. Like ever since like Ryan Howard's second year, they look amazing on paper. I pick them to finish high, and then something just like just a bunch of whatever the case might be just happens, and they end up a fringe 8, 9, 10 seed every single year. Doesn't fail. So that's why I'm like, it just is what it is. She said, I would rather they just let Ryan do her thing and score. That takes away from her greatness. But you need someone to bring the ball up, like, because if not, but I don't know, they might have actual. I don't want to throw no shots like that at T-Dub. Respect to T-Dub, Tanisha Wright, everything like that for sure. But sometimes it just looked like the yeah, but sometimes it didn't even look like they knew what you know what I'm saying? Like they were just kind of out there just free balling it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally legit just free balling it sometimes on the court on the offensive end of the ball. And it's like, I just think having a good point guard to operate the offense, everything like that, construct the offense, conduct the offense is the word I'm looking for. Conduct. It's just so much better. Like it's organization, it's structure. So without that, like, I understand Haley looked tough in the preseason and she didn't look good last season. But it's like, if you have one more roster spot and she was a mainstay on that team, it's about chemistry as well, you know? And those kids like Leash, Ryan, and Nas, especially those three, like they developed that chemistry. And I could throw Nia in there as well, even though Nia, you know, isn't like the biggest talker, but they've been together so long now. It feels like they've been together for a long time. So it's like they have that chemistry, and that's something that you can't really replace. And Haley was getting to that point where she was there just as long as those other women that I named. So, you know what I'm saying? So Haley was a Renee pick. I mean, you got to think about it like this. That was a good draft, in my opinion. It was a good draft because Ami here was expected to go kind of around the time that the Dream were supposed to have their second pick. And then Haley literally went into her senior season as a projected top 3 pick. Like she was a lock top 3. Lock top 3. She plays through the season. People like, okay, maybe top 4. At the worst, top 5. She slides to 6. So for Renee was like, we can't pass this up. let's take her. She was a champion, won at Stanford, can do it all, can play all 5 positions. Magic Johnson. I say you go with what Renee's saying. I'm not mad at it at all. It's a whole video of me jumping around my dad's room or my room at my dad's crib a few years ago when they drafted both of them jokers. I'm not going to sit up here and sit up and play Monday morning quarterback and say, oh, that was a bad draft. It's proof. The thing about being on YouTube for a couple years is people can see you. Like, I just can't say, oh, it was a bad draft. Because someone's going to be like, is this you? It's like someone, like people be pulling up on me about my Ryan takes for sure. And then the Angel Reese ones going into the draft. Angel Reese draft and stuff like that. Jordan is the key. She has to get and stay healthy. You agreeing with me. They need a point guard. We agree. It just is what it is. They just need a point guard. That's all it is. Seattle, I got them below the Dream just because as much of a question mark the Dream are, I feel like Seattle's a bigger question mark. Things didn't really work out for them last year. They lose one of the top players in the league. I was about to say the country for some reason. In the league, they lose Katie Lou. It's kind of like almost you replacing Jewel Lloyd with Lexi Brown. I don't know. And salute to Lexi Brown. Gwinnett legend for sure. Chicago, I got Chicago at number 8. And the thing I'll be interested in, one of the more things in the league I'll be interested in, especially with Haley Jones and Leticia Me here out now. I shift my focus to Angel Reese playing point forward and how effective that is, how long that Tyler Marsh just stays with that. I think it'd be interesting, man. It'd be interesting. The Sparks, I think the Sparks are going to be good. Sparks are definitely going to be good. KP and De'Erica reunited. In addition to Rakia and Cameron Brink coming back, I think they're going to be way better than what people might say. Who are the Sky's go-to scorer? I say, if it ain't Vandersloot, I say Ariel Atkins. You know, Ariel Atkins is no Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter kind of like a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like Little Iverson. Everybody knows like she's Little Iverson out there. So it's no other player like that in the league. You know what I mean? Like the last one was like Cappie Pondexter that had that type of mentality and instinct at her size at guard like Kennedy does. I mean, I rock with Crystal Dangerfield though. Crystal Dangerfield pretty cold with it too. She got a crazy handle. But yeah. Like Cappie Pondexter for when you talk about scoring in the league at that size. That had that mentality and type of attack style that Kennedy does. So you're not going to be able to replace that easily, but Ariel Atkins is an all-star. Sloot is an all-star. Obviously, Sloot is on the other end of her prime. But, you know, I think they can make some shake for real. I think they can. But, yeah, I think LA is going to be better than what people are expecting from LA, just off of the names that I mentioned earlier. The Wings, I think Dallas could either be really good and leapfrog everybody and be like a 5th seed, or they're going to be like just like this 10th seed. Paige got to just get some more time in, get some more wind under her legs and everything like that. Connecticut Sun, I think they're way too hot. Like they're like on 11 on all of these lists, and I just do not see it with them this year. I think it's like Tina Charles enjoying the hoop, enjoying hooping, getting the ball as much as she wants to and throw it up as much as she wants to because she's playing with nothing but rookies and everybody else for real. You know, they got Marina Mabry and Olivia Nelson-Ododa, as Natalie pointed out here in this story, but it's not enough. Few solid, but it's not enough. Big T is a key. If she's not motivated, they won't be good. Oh, Tina. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I seen Tina hoop in Atlanta last year, and it didn't matter much. Like, it was like she was getting crazy stats, 20 and 12, 24 and 12, like putting up prime Tina Charles numbers, and they would still be losing. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like, dang, Tina had 20 points, but the Dream lost a 10th straight game. Like, it was like that all last summer. So I'm like, it's just, okay. She said McCown. Okay. I'm following. Shout out to McCown. But yeah. Okay, I can see that. She said it's all up to McCown. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. But it could really be good for them, or they could like tank all the way. I'm talking about Dallas. But with Connecticut, I don't see it with them. I don't see it. The Mystics, I got the Mystics where everybody else got has Connecticut. I don't know. They got, I feel like, good young talent, which seems like a contradiction to what I just said. But like, I rock with Kiki. I rock with all them 3 power forwards they got. Shakira Austin, who's the other power forward they have that they already had on the roster. I rock with all their power forwards. Shout out to the Washington power forwards. They pretty much that. And then Golden State, yeah, to get rid of your leading scorers in preseason, it's like they kind of deserve that. So y'all thank today once again for having me run it back. Like I said, like we were speaking about, people been getting on my reading. And so with that being said, like I gotta practice. What better way to practice than to do it on stream? So I'm gonna see but this is a speed reading. I'm not trying to do speed read. I'm just trying to read. Let me see. All right. Okay. Theme, text complexity. See, look, I'm already tweaking. And story began button. All right. Theme. Let's just say, what should we do? Famous people. Oh, they said long. Select level. I'll start off at level 1. Select story. I'll go with story 1. Okay, begin. Do you like pirate stories? Not all stories are real. Some of them are. One real pirate is Blackbird. His real name is Edward Teach. He lived in the early 1700s. Oh, he captured a ship from the French. He called it the Queen Anne's Revenge. He joined 2 other ships. They sailed in the Caribbean. Caribbean or the Caribbean? See, look. They also sailed near America. They stole from all the other ships. Blackbird was killed by the British in 1718. It was off the coast of North Carolina. Okay, done reading. Oh, you got to do a reading comprehension? I might be cooked. Not all stories are about pirates. Blackbird's real name was Edward Teach. It was Teach. Done. Dang. Few results. Wait, why did they say 25%? Oh, there's more questions? See? Look. Okay. They trying me now. I understand it now. I'm gonna go Earth and Space Science. We're gonna go level 1. And then I'm gonna go story 1. I don't know. Oceans are big. They are also deep. Ocean water is salty. Plants live in the ocean. One type is seaweed. Animals also live in the ocean. There are many kinds of fish. There are also eels. The biggest animal is the blue whale. Did you get that, class? I did. All right, let's see. One ocean type plant is seaweed. I don't remember. I'm not going to lie. There are many kinds of eels. Ocean water is salty. The biggest animal is the blue whale. Dang! Nah, that's bad. I'm not going to lie. Not getting 100% is crazy. Nah, that's bad. Bruh, isn't, oh my goodness. I want y'all to do this. If you've been out of school for a little minute, do this, bro. Do this, dog. Because this is bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is bad. I can't even defend myself. Fun facts. I'm gonna go with level 1 until I get 100%, and I'm gonna go with story 2. The ant farm is a toy. It is almost like a pet. Kids can see where ants live. They can see how they work and eat. Milton Levin created the first ant farm. He was curious. He watched ants at a picnic. Then he had an idea. In 1956, he made the farm. It was a hit. People sold more than 25 million farms. They are easy to care for, they're fun to watch, and the toy remains popular. All right, let's see. An ant farm is a toy. Milton created it in 1956. People sold more than, I don't remember, bro. My attention span is cooked. Another product that came out is modeling clay. I don't remember reading this. I'm going to say operation. 50%. This is bad, bro. This is bad, bro. I have no type of memory, bro. Social media and the internet has cooked my memory. Bro, keep your mind sharp, kids. Keep your mind sharp. We'll go story 3, history. Level 1 still. Neil Armstrong is an American hero. He flew planes in the Korean War. Later, he joined NASA. He became he first flew the Gemini 8. The ship went around the Earth. On July 16th, 1969, he went to the moon, allegedly. The ship was called the Apollo 11. It took 4 days to get there. He's the first person to walk on the moon. Let's see. Okay. Neil Armstrong is a American hero. He flew planes in... Oh my gosh. World War II. Apollo 11. I remember that. He was the first person to walk on the moon. I know that. But, it's a 75? Please be a 75 and not a 50. 50. Oh my gosh, bro. Jeez Louise. It was World War II. It wasn't the Apollo 11? Oh, because he said what he first flew in. Bro. This is bad, bro. This is really bad. I'm not even going to lie to you. All right, I'm going to go general. I'm going to go level 1. I'm going to go story 2. We doing a reading test, y'all. We all use money. Today we use coins and paper. In the past, people used gold and others used silver. Some didn't use money at all. They traded goods. They gave what they had. They got what they needed. The Indians needed beads and animals. Some traded food or clothes. The Mayans used cocoa beans. Okay. In the past, many people use bronze. They said bronze, right? They said gold. I'll say gold. Some traded goods. The Indians use beads or animals. The Mayans use cocoa beans. Finally, 100%. Jeez Louise. All right, we're going to level 2 now. Earth and science. I'm going to go level 2. We're going to go story 1. We're going to speed through this. If I can get to 5. The moon does not shine itself. We see it because it reflects light on the sun. As it gets brighter, we call it waxing. As it gets darker, we call it waning. When we can't see it, we call it a new moon. The moon is always lit. We see different phases because it moves around the earth. When it's away from the sun, it looks light. When it's between the earth and the sun, it looks dark. No chance. I have no chance with this. I'm not going to lie to you. The moon is far away from the sun. It looks light. The different phases, because the moon moves around the sun, moves around the earth. As the moon gets darker, we call it waxing. As the moon, we call it waning. As the moon gets brighter, we call it waxing. I got a 100. Hey, we going to level 3, man. Dang. Your speed was 215 words per minute. Comprehension was 100%. The average adult level is between 200 and 300 words per minute. Same reading rate you want to achieve by the 6th grade. Jeez Louise. For success in college, you should be able to read. For success in college, you should be able to read 350 to 450 words per minute. If you want to have extra time, I graduated college nearly 10 years ago, bro. Speed above 575 words per minute are typical for the successful high-level executives and people who enjoy reading. The world champion is off the charts with an amazing speed. So I have to do this every day. I literally just have to do this every day, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. The world champion is off the charts with an amazing speed of 4,700 words per minute with a 67% comprehension rate. Consider ACE reading to help you achieve your goals and take with a modest 33% in your reading speed, that would increase where your reading would be 286 words per minute, and you would save 15 minutes per hour of reading. Visit acereader.com. Dang. Oh, that's crazy, bro. All right. So that was the reading test part 1. It's obvious that I need to keep doing it. And I ain't gonna lie, I think everybody should do it, bro. Everybody should do it. If you're out of school, if you graduated a while ago, like keep yourself sharp. Keep yourself sharp. Next thing I want to do, speaking of that Andre 3000 video, in it was what happened? In it, someone was like, they were talking about their musical journey, and I said, "Oh, I'll support." And they said, "Here's my Bandcamp." So I said, "I'm gonna react to it on stream." So I didn't do it last night. I just forgot. I didn't take a note of it, but I took a note of it today. So I'm gonna listen to his music. Is this okay? Yeah, this is his page. His page is Slobber Kiss International, I think. Which one should I pick? Raw Thug? I'm gonna pick Raw Thug. This looks like the most normal one. It's 8 minutes. There's a hold on. There's like an eerie like static that is built slowly over the past 5 minutes on the left side, specifically, just on the left side, just in the left speaker. And when it first came up, I was like, okay, but it's getting louder and louder as the song goes on. And now we have about a minute and a half left. And I want to know what this is going to do. That's what I'm currently thinking. It stopped. They said this is interplanetary music. Let me look up what that means. Interplanetary music. Oh wow. Still, people on meeting for the first time call me Raw Thug because of this record. It was released October 10th, 2004. Drum, saxophone, and piano recorded at Lava House, Louisville, Kentucky. Associated of Visual Arts. Piano recorded at Indiana University. SE, yuck. Vocals recorded at home or on the sneak in a walk-in refrigerator of a Winn-Dixie. Bass recorded under a tall stack of pillows. Trumpets recorded at various locations on God Green's Great Greenland, gazebos, courtyards, foyers, etc. Fireworks recorded during a bike ride. Wow. On 4th of July. Cheap keyboards and birds all recorded at home. Let me see. Does the music keep going if you change the page? It does not. So that was 2004. Music for teenage parties. I wonder what this sounds like though. Let's see. This was released in 2000. Let me see. California. This definitely sounds like something YouTube would get me out of here for. I'm not even gonna lie to you, twin. When is this released? Previously released. I like this one. I'm not gonna lie. I like these. I like this album. It's less abstract. It's less. I'm not even gonna, I ain't even gonna cap you down. I ain't even gonna be like, understand it now. Da, da, da. Nah, bro. Like, it's just less abstract. I like this. I feel like I could listen to this. Just even listening to the first couple seconds, I feel like I could listen to this. I really rock with it. Let me see. Let me see what his comment said, so I know like exactly what he was, saying and everything, and if I could like put context to it now that I've been introduced to his world a bit. What was it I was talking about? Andre 3000. Andre 3000. All right, let me go on this.
I wonder if HoneyBook has any.
Getting YouTube Red at 5,000 subs, just in case you did not know. If you are new to the channel, we are like 200 away, bro. Goodness gracious. I'm like, Slobber, there he is right here. Oh, so that's why he brought up Jonathan Kaminga. He's from San Francisco. I listened to it, and I think the problem is it's too confined to what the piano does. He's playing the piano where someone like Ship, the goal is to make music using the piano. What I mean is, like, I've heard Jonathan Kaminga said he learned basketball by watching Kobe Bryant highlights. And Kobe, I'll just say there's a lot of Jordan in Kobe's game. Kaminga is probably going to get a $30+ million contract next year. The most Jordan has ever made was around $30 million. Is that fair? Is Kaminga even good? Maybe Kaminga is out here doing a Kobe imitation, regardless of what anybody else is doing or wants him to be doing. While Steph is one of a kind, Steph uses basketball to make something greater happen. When you hear people playing an instrument, it's unmistakable who you're hearing. You can hear their voice in it. I wonder if there is something you have to be born with. I will say Andre 3000 chose the correct title. It's not an album. It shouldn't be critiqued as one. It is a collection of sketches. I was in a band once, and we put our practice recordings on Bandcamp, and some knucklehead from the newspaper reviewed it like an album. I was so mad. I have so many finished, well-thought albums on my Bandcamp no one has ever written about. Oh, I understand it now. See, I understand. Slobber Kiss. We here, brother. We here, brother. I understand it now. Hold on. Slobber Kiss. I understand it now. I understand it now, brother. I get it. Cause I was like, cause he's like, so this is the serious stuff. Cause I was like, I rock with this little California. I rock with this just off the couple seconds I heard. And that first one, I didn't know what that was. I was so mad I have so many finished, well thought out albums on Bandcamp that no one has ever written about. Ship all right, man. Ship's all right, man. Someone has to gatekeep or Taylor Swift make a jazz album. It's okay to push back. Doesn't matter how effective your protest is. Taylor Swift can make an improvisational piano album no matter who it is. Just subscribe. I'm interested in following your musical journey. He said Bandcamp is also Slobber Kiss International. Thanks. I said I'm going to listen on stream tonight. I didn't, but I listened tonight. Dude, learn how to pronounce these easy words before you put up an episode. It's a terrible look. I'm practicing in real time. Dude, my God, these words have you in a chokehold. That's why I'm practicing in real time. Too much headroom. Put your camera down. I get that. It's my webcam. You guys should check out Matthew Ship. He's dope. Andre should pay Matthew for lessons for 2 years and then make a follow-up album. Reading is fundamental. I agree with that. Bruh, how many words can't you pronounce? Read to your kids, people. None of these words are hard. This is a fair critique. I'm not mad at this. You spelled people wrong, though. Where did I spell people? Oh, I'm sorry. It's late. I see who you responded to. LOL. Thanks for your support, LOL. And he put the laughing emoji. Finally, people are speaking the truth about 3000. He does hog attention away from more creative people. And then I'll read this one. As a musician, I think it's a fine album. Clearly different from his earlier work. Yes. Anyways, to hate on his work is an interesting choice. It's all perspective. There's beauty in everything. So while it's garbage to the pianist, I don't think that a master should be doing his platform to drag another musician, a black musician at that. Anyways, Andre is a master of his own craft, and what this pianist is doing goes against what it means to be an artist. This is very harmful, and I don't like it. I don't mind it at all, is what I responded. Like he said, imagine dedicating your entire life to a particular craft and you largely make pennies from it. You're the best ever at said craft, but have little to no public recognition for it. Then a celebrity comes in and decides to dabble in said field because they got bored. And the mass response was like, oh, you are so creative. You are a master. And said celebrity rakes in a lot of money touring said skill, 10 times of what you make on a usual tour. I do think the positive stacks going into the world is some listeners will inevitably explore the genre and fall in love with other artists, like this legend in this genre. Stacks typically moves in a way that shows humility when he enters a new space and highlights the greats in said field. And then he responded, no, this is somebody else. Supreme said, flute, piano, guitar, whatever else he decides to pick up, it is wildly disrespectful to call it music. We listen to older, accomplished rappers every day-ish on younger rappers and their style. To then turn around and halfway jump into somebody else's field on a whim and act like it's some way of art and is a bridge too far. The only thing an artist hates more than a poser is a fake connoisseur who really believes they're so deep, LOL. And then Slobber Kish International said, I think he was smart to call it 7 piano sketches. They're sketches, piano doodles. He really should be releasing this stuff under an alias. The only thing that makes it controversial is that we know his other music. There's no continuation of his work in Outkast. I'm super excited that he chose a brand new direction, but it's also becoming awkward under the same name. Imagine the idea that Andre 3000 is an umbrella that we can stretch as wide as his imagination will allow. And that's awesome. But then don't give us piano doodles. Actually make an album in a different genre. Beyonce didn't give an F around with the lap still for 16 minutes and turn up to a red carpet event in a cowboy hat. She made a country album. I presume I don't even like country, even if it's Beyonce. I guess what I'm saying is that I listened to it and he's not really going for it. He's not going for anything. Maybe he can't. Maybe he just needs to take LSD or something. It seems like he's trying to be completely free of himself in several facets of his life, but he can't and won't. Maybe he's massively depressed or has run out of chemical in his brain that allows him to feel awe. It's definitely not an awesome record. It sounds more like a, please, something awesome happened, please, somehow. Maybe being a part of the music industry damages his soul, and he's trying to get back to who he used to be. That's just some good old unfounded conspiracy chart. And then Supreme responds, here's absolutely what I agree with. He's definitely trying to free himself to be a part of himself, in my opinion. He doesn't want to be an outcast anymore. That's clear. He still does features, and they're all amazing, thoughtful, enlightening, and everything else that we think of. As far as new attempts at expression, I'm cool with it. But if that's what it is, call it that. Once you package it, brand it, and put it out, not just for public consumption, but for sale, you're doing us all a disservice. If it's just an honest thought exercise, there will be a soft rollout or interviews or follow up or discussions about the work. I just wish that if it was not in a way constructed, if it's not in any way a structured attempt at music, say as much. And if there's an attempt to explore a new medium, go somewhere and seriously work on a craft before you come out. You can always release a video later of practice sessions. And then he said the same thing here. Shout out to Solange, because she like uploads a lot of like jam sessions, and a lot of the jam sessions become like interludes and stuff in her albums. I rock with that. But Slobber Kiss International, shout out to the Bay. Yeah, area. Yeah. I like this one. The other one with like your actual face on it from 2004, I didn't get. The Raw Thug, I didn't get that. These other ones with the cover art that look like Satan, I'm not even going to click on those. I'm not even going to lie to you. But this joint right here, it's got some stuff in there. I ain't going to lie to you. Oh, let's listen. I like it. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna listen to this all stream. I'm gonna listen to this all stream. I like that. California is hard. The name is hard. I rock with it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna listen to that joint. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to, I'm calling him my brother. I don't know this man. But shout out to Slobber Kiss International, bro. Y'all make sure y'all check out that new album. I'll put the link in the description. Y'all check it out expeditiously for sure. Next up. We got Magic Johnson, bro. You guys said Magic. Instead of, giving financial literacy to people that don't have money, how about you give money to people who don't have money, underfunded areas? What he did the next week, did what he's done every year for the past 3 decades. He's giving back to the Black community. Drop a $500,000 on it. Drop a $500,000 ticket on it. Magic Johnson pledges $500,000 to HBCU Xavier University. The NBA legend pledged $500,000 to the Louisiana HBCU to help raise money for student scholarships. This was written at the Griot by Panama Jackson. It was posted by my dog, Jared Bell at USA Today. He posted on Twitter. That's how I saw it. So salute to both of them. NBA Hall of Famer and Los Angeles Lakers legend Earvin Magic Johnson continues to put his money where his mouth is. At a recent gala to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Xavier University of Louisiana, a historically Black university founded in New Orleans in 1925, Johnson pledged $500,000 to help the school raise more than $2 million to support student scholarships, according to MSN. The school held its Centennial Gala on May 9th in New Orleans, hosted by comedian and media personality Bill Bellamy. I did not know Bill Bellamy was hosting it. That's dope. The event featured a performance from Jeffrey Osborne, formerly singer of the legendary group LTD. Johnson, who has had a very successful career in his second life as a businessman since retiring from the NBA, made a donation in honor of Xavier University of Louisiana president Emeritus Dr. Norman C. Francis. I'm sorry. It's like the mark of a great man and who shows up. Because the man that you all are, all the great things that you have done in your stellar career and all the people that you've helped, you become successful through your great leadership at Xavier. And in honor, I'm going to give Xavier $500,000, said Johnson. Dr. Francis served as the president of the university for 47 years, almost half of its existence. During the tenure, he tripled enrollment, currently around 3,400 students, and helped the institution become one of the leading freer schools feeder schools for Black students going into medical school. Xavier, the only historically Black college, Black and Catholic university in the nation, is a leading institution for preparing Black graduates for STEM fields. Johnson is no stranger to philanthropic efforts. His Magic Johnson Foundation is noted for its work in achieving its goals and advancing economic and social equity, equality by engaging minorities in every aspect of their communities, increasing academic and innovative achievement, raising AIDS and HIV awareness, treatment and prevention, and creating positive emerging leaders, often through donations and direct service endeavors. This is how you do it. Magic Johnson, this is what you've been doing. This is why I respect you, and this is why I had no problem with you doing the financial literacy course in Baltimore. I saluted it. 100%. Everybody say W Magic in the chat. 100%, man. Shout out to Magic Johnson, putting his money where his mouth is, putting his money in the underserved communities of the Black community. I said the community 5 times, man, but it's cool. It's cool. Okay. Next up, we finishing up with some dark stuff, man. Didy. Bum. I have transcripts of Cassie Ventura's testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Here's what she said about the $20 million settlement. Asked why she is testifying, she said, "I can't carry the shame, the guilt. I was guided to treat people like they're disposable." Is your lawsuit against Sean still pending? She said, no. What is the status of your lawsuit with Sean? She said, I agreed to settle 24 hours after. And how much should your lawsuit settle for? She said, $20 million. Do you have any other pending lawsuits against Sean? She said, I do not. Do you have any other pending lawsuits against anyone else relating to your relationship with Sean? She said, I do not. Without telling me any discussions with your lawyers, why are you testifying at this trial? She said, I can't carry this anymore. I can't carry the shame, the guilt, I was guided to treat people like they're disposable. It's what is right. It's what's wrong is wrong. And I'm here to do the right thing. And when you say you treated people like they're disposable, who are these people? She said, escorts, everybody, anybody. And she stares into the blank darkness. And the scene cuts to black and we go to the next scene. Okay, next up. We're going to go to Lauren LaRosa, who had this video with an attorney. This is Cassie's attorney. Week 2 of Diddy's trial and day 1 of Cassie being cross-examined by Diddy's attorneys. Her attorney speaks out, and here it is.
You talked about her credibility, right? I feel like yesterday made her seem, we empathized with her yesterday. Today, we're seeing that there may have been almost like a motive to her anger or her upset, which resulted in a lawsuit and now where we are today.
No, I mean, the facts, the text are the text.
With Kim.
The facts are the facts, the texts are the texts, and I think that the evidence will be clear as the case goes on and Cassie's testimony goes on, and we'll see what the jury does. She's doing as best as she can. She's obviously, tired, as you would expect, but she's holding up great. I mean, it's a real tribute to her.
How do you feel about how they're flipping the script with the prom?
I don't think they're flipping any script. It just seems they're reconfirming the direct.
Do you feel like today made Diddy and everything that we saw in that video, it gave it an excuse for it?
I'm sorry?
Everything that we saw on the video, the Intercontinental, do you feel like today's testimony from Cassie gave an excuse when they kept talking about the withdrawals from the drug abuse, which she has spoken to?
No, I mean, look, I don't know that. I don't think there's a legal defense to this case based on his drug use, so I'm not really sure what that's all about.
Look a little more excited today, though. Like they had a win today.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it's not really up to what Diddy's team thinks. It's not up to what I think. Actually, it's what the jury thinks. And
did he feel any shame at all?
So
I don't know what he's thinking.
Cassie, I saw Cassie touching her back and stretching and drinking lots of water. Do you think that the stress could possibly induce her to go in sooner?
I'm not a doctor. I'm just a lawyer. I have no idea. I hope
Does she
not.
seem
That's for
okay
sure.
when you've been speaking to her?
She seems great to me. She seems great.
Any word on how her husband is currently feeling?
I mean, I said it yesterday. If you were in his shoes, I think, this is difficult for him to watch, but he's holding up great.
What about the whole Suge Knight thing? Her saying that Diddy and his friends went without her and then they brought it back that she said she went with them. Can that be damning in a sense?
I think that's just a minor point that unfortunately somebody got wrong when she was being interviewed. She didn't review those notes or anything like that. I think her testimony. And the one thing about her testimony really is there's no credibility issues with her. The facts are the facts. She's telling them as they are, her truth, and they are what they are. This is not a typical cross-examination. There's no issues with her credibility.
What about the age gap?
All right. Next one. It's from Lauren again. We remember we reacted to Lauren yesterday, so this one is 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Shout out to Lauren.
Afternoon cross-examination. I'll just give you some highlights here, not everything. We saw the defense elicit testimony from Cassie where she admitted to being jealous of Kim Porter and Didy's relationship. We saw an email from Cassie to Didy where she basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, she wants to be more than a sexual fantasy to him. And she started this email off by saying, I know you think that you're Bruce Willis, but you're not, because he was on a vacation with Kim Porter and they weren't together at the time. They were with their kids. She was referencing Demi and Bruce. So we saw that. We saw some jealousy. We saw some jealousy also with Gina Hun. And they didn't say her last name. I just know she's a fitness influencer, I think. And there's also been rumor that Gina is the lost victim or survivor that they haven't been able to get in touch with. Don't quote me on that. It's a rumor. It's not fact. We also saw something really interesting. We saw an exchange between Didy and Cassie where he asks her, they're role playing during these freak offs, and I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially asks her if she's cool with everything, kind of making sure, like, are you comfortable with everything? Kind of like, tell me now if you're not. And she says she is. We also learned about Cassie's relationship with Michael B. Jordan in 2015 when she was in South Africa filming a movie. And they centered a lot of the afternoon around Cassie's drug use and how she hid a lot of her drug use from Didy, so he wasn't aware of a lot of it. The defense would say, well, he was angry with you for doing so many drugs, and he was angry when you would do them with your friends. And then Cassie kind of shot back and she's like, no, he was angry because I did the drugs without him. And Cassie, by the way, she amazes me. I mean, she's 8.5 months pregnant. We've seen so many graphic text messages from her, so embarrassing and humiliating for the world to see. And she's just so calm, so poised, so collected. And again, it helps that the defense attorney is not badgering her. Nicole Estevella is not badgering her. Super patient. She lets Cassie kind of explain. And I mentioned that earlier. There were three things. I think 2 things maybe could be considered impeachment. Sorry, I can't talk. One was the fact that Cassie had testified that she saw Didy hit her friend on the head with a wooden hanger, her friend Carrie Morgan. Well, it turns out Cassie was in the bathroom for this, she testified, and she didn't see it, but she heard it. And additionally, this ended Cassie and Carrie's friendship, and Carrie sued Didy and Cassie actually paid her out in a settlement, taking some kind of culpability. And the defense was like, well, this is 2018. I thought you and Didy weren't together. Why would this end your friendship if you guys weren't together? And he did this, and then she sued both of you. So that was interesting. And then the whole balcony dangling thing, sorry, it's loud, with her friend Bana. Cassie said she saw this and she was sleeping, and she woke up. She testified during direct. Well, the defense pulled up a text message that Cassie sent to Christina Coram, Didy's chief of staff, after this happened. And the text message said, and we didn't see it, this was not shown to us. And I think this was part of the argument about the discovery this morning, because a lot of people's names are mentioned, whatever. So we didn't see it, but it allegedly said, I just heard something crazy happened, meaning like she may not have seen it. Cassie said, I saw what I saw. She stuck with it, but it wasn't the best look, in my opinion. And then they pulled up a transcript from when she had told the government about the incident with the security guard D-Rock and Didy going to see Suge Knight, packing up all those guns. And they're like, Ms. Ventura, did you or did you not say that that you were in the car crying when they were when they were going to see Suge. Did you not tell the government that? And she's like, what? I don't think I said that. Like, I'm not sure. She read a transcript that we couldn't see. And she goes, oh, maybe there was a miscommunication. So I was like, oh, that's not great. But, whatever, fine. Again, we also heard about Diddy having an overdose in 2012, an opioid overdose after going to a party at the Playboy Mansion. And Cassie talked a lot about how they would try to detox. They would try, to do less drugs. They never made it to rehab together per se. They did do some kind of plant in Mexico. It was something illegal to help them detox. And she said it did work for some time. But then they got back into the whole, habits that they had, old habits with freak offs and whatnot. I'm looking at my notes just to make sure I didn't, again, really broad overview here. But yeah, they're setting the stage here, the foundation, I guess, the defense as well, just to say that, Cassie was jealous. She was in love with him and she wanted to make him happy. We heard that a lot. And again, really hammered away at her drug use. Let me see. Do you remember telling the prosecutors that sorry, I'm reading my notes. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Hey, yo.
Oh, okay. The last thing. I brought this up earlier where they are trying to put just some culpability on Diddy they're trying to say that Diddy was going through withdrawals through a lot of his violent episodes. And so we see some text messages towards the end of the day, 2 days before the Intercontinental Hotel incident, where Diddy is sick. And they're trying to say that, he's going through these withdrawal symptoms leading up to the fact that's why he was so angry at the hotel and blah, blah, blah. And that's why he beat you. I mean, that's not really an excuse. But but this is what's going on. Again, overall, from, an outside perspective, the defense is doing their job. It's day 4. I think this is going to be a really long trial. I mean, a lot of people are saying that Cassie is the star witness here. I don't necessarily agree with that because I don't think that Cassie is going to prove a lot of these federal charges. I mean, she talked about the escorts a lot. That's helpful, and them crossing state lines and getting paid to do these things in different cities. But I think she's just the foundational witness. I really do. I think that the most important witnesses are going to be the people that worked for Diddy. I feel like, regardless, I sat in bed last night thinking about like how Diddy got to this place and how he really is just not a good person. And but we'll see what happens. Okay, that's my update for today. I'll give you one more tomorrow by the end of the week. I'm so glad the week is over.
All right. And then I want to end the night by looking over a lot of good music's coming out tonight. I just want to look at the little overview and also talk about YoungBoy. So YoungBoy's going on tour, man. I guess YoungBoy's finally off of house arrest so it's his first tour in 5 years, and he's ending it in New Orleans. Now let me tell you, my first show in New Orleans was Rod Wave in December, and like after Moneybagg Yo, I believe he was the last opener on the tour, and before Rod Wave, the DJ just played like a whole YoungBoy set. The entire Smoothie King Center, when I tell you they sung every word of every song that YoungBoy DJ played that entire set. And it wasn't just, right foot, left foot, and Nevada, and, it was deep cuts. And they, like the emotional, more introspective YoungBoy, and they were singing it like with all their heart and stuff like that. So that show, the roof literally might come off, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They love that man down here in Louisiana, bro. And then K3, she's also on the ticket, and a lot of people were like bullying K3 and saying, "Oh, why he put K3 on the tour?" K3 is hard, bro. K3 hard, bro. And I'm gonna rock with K3 till the wheels fall off. K3 is hard, bro. 100%. But anyways, let's look at these albums. Amine, So he's released a couple of his singles like before, of course, for this album, and I just couldn't get that into it. The thing about Amine is the what's the album called? The Lime album. Limbo 2020, bro. My rap album of the year, hands down. I know that album like the back of my hand. I could recite every line, every hook, the verse, the pre-chorus, all of that on Limbo. Then he came back with K Tronada. I said, oh snap, K Tronada. And they had a couple bops on that. That means forever, forever and ever. And of course, Salsa, Salsa became the big hit off that, but like it didn't really stick. You know what I'm saying? Even the Limbo Deluxe, I love the Limbo Deluxe too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this 13 Months of Sunshine a chance. But yeah, Rihanna coming out with a single for the Smurf movie. Sofago coming back as well. Snoop Dogg, Is It a Crime? His new album. He put out an album around Christmas and it was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really good. Like, cause it was funky. It's kind of like some no worries stuff, you know, where they like have the funky beats, but it's kind of like hip hop infused. That's how his last album was. And then he did it again, and he was on Z's and B Lou's stream last night to promote it and stuff. I tuned into a little bit as I was editing and uploading stuff from my own channel. So, shout out to Snoop, congratulations, son. And it's still, you know, we still looking at you kind of weird for taking that money for sure, taking that Trump money and then flipping your whole brand to, oh, I'm for everybody. Stop the hate. Everybody need to get along. All right, bro. Yeah, so yeah, I still look weird at Snoop for that. Like if I was looking at Rose, you know what I'm saying, looking at him some type of way when they came in town or stuff for the Millennial Tour, I gotta keep that same energy with Snoop, regardless of how much we love Snoop. You know what I mean? So there it is. Ian and Nino Pay, that is an interesting combination because Nino Pay be rapping and Ian be like vibing. So it'd be interesting. BK the Ruler and Ty Dolla Sign, BB Girls. BB Girl Go Slow. I listened to BK's people send it to me. It's nice. Nice change of pace up from a follow-up from our last single, which is a little more grungy and stuff like that. Obviously this week she was with Playboy Max and cranked out a couple bangers over there with Playboy Max over at the Generation Now Studios in the A. Shout out to DJ Drama. But yeah, man, that was something else too. T Grizzly released an album. I didn't know T Grizzly still rap full time. I thought he retired and just focused on streaming because he was making so much from streaming. Rico Nasty Lethal. So people were like surprised by Rico Nasty's on the radar. They're like, this is different. Oh snap, Rico. Bro, a couple years ago, it was, I say this all the time when I talk about Rico Nasty. It was probably like 2023, right? Rico Nasty had two verses that were two of the best rap verses I've ever heard of that decade, bro. The 2020s, bro. She had a verse on Babytron's album, and she had a verse on Dolce's EP. And both of those verses, she blacked out. And nobody talked about both of them verses, bro. I was like, is y'all serious? Cause you know, Rico was my favorite rapper in like 2018, 2019. My favorite rapper now is Caribou. But in 2018, 2019, Rico Nasty was my favorite rapper. And like, but she ain't ever rapped the way she was rapping on them two guest verses in 2023. You know, when she like went off social media and she said she was depressed and, you know, she said people tell her she fell off and she should have been the next big thing and all that. Bro, she was rapping her behind off on those features, dude. You combine that with just general growth, and she said she was going back to the sugar trap sound, everything like that. She wanted to go back to like, she birthed all these kids, all these girls that's doing the grungy stuff. She birthed all of them, you know. Why not get paid off of it? Nate said for us, I never heard of Nate said. I'm not gonna lie to you. Valet, and Harry Fraud, Egonomics, that combo never misses, bro. Shout out the music, the Harry Fraud. Morgan Whalen, I'm the problem, not listening to it. Not supporting. Fang Teenage Dreamer. I think I seen this like teased on the timeline this week. Fake Mink and Eco 2K. Mecca out now. Do not know what that is. AZ Chike, Game Time. He's been teasing that all week. BLP Kosher, The Knack 4. Probably won't be listening. DC the Don, Get Naked. Might not listen. Logic, Catch Me If You Can. I'm definitely checking out. I don't know if he's still on his Playboy Cardi stuff or if that whole album is out and he just back to normal stuff. We'll see. Tia Kareen, ironic. The song I've been waiting for since October is finally out. I'm going to listen to it as soon as I get off stream. If I don't fall asleep. And yeah, man. Tory Lanez, Summer Rain. Not listening to. 100% not listening to. Giveon Rather Be. I might give it a look. Might give it a listen. Lola Young, One Thing. Okay, I'm interested. I'm listening. Oh, Lotto dropping tonight. Yeah, Lotto dropped tonight. Somebody got to check that out. Bodie James and your boy Polska, Nancy Botman. Bodie James drop every dang week, bro. I got Bodie James fatigue. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm not his target audience because I don't listen to Bodie James every day like he my favorite rapper anyway, and some people do. You know what I'm saying? Apollo Red 1, Midnight Blastic, and Exhibit Kingmaker. Shout out to Exhibit, man. A lot of good music coming out this week. Like I said, I rock with K3, and the Young Boy tour is gonna go crazy, especially in New Orleans, bro. That Louisiana crowd gonna be different, bro. I'm already one of my comp tickets. Like, y'all let me know. Y'all can go ahead. Whatever label gotta call me, and I'll write about it. That's a moment in Louisiana history for sure. My name is Rashad Milligan. As always, if you're new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you didn't, that's okay as well. Maybe I can do better next time. I will be back tomorrow. As always, I stream every single day. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good night. And if nobody else told you, I care for you.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
George Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.